Our next adventure will be to motorcycle to the top of New Hampshire's Mount Washington, 1 mile high in the sky. The top of the mountain is strewn with the broken rubble of rock. This occurs as water constantly freezes and melts in the cracks of the rocks and eventually breaks them into many, many pieces. There are several ways to climb Mount Washington: by foot, by bicycle, by motorcycle, by car, by the Mount Washington stage line, or even by train. It was on Mount Washington that the strongest wind on Earth ever recorded took place. During a severe April storm in 1934, scientists at the observatory recorded a wind gust of 231 miles per hour across the summit of the mountain. This wind speed still stands as the all-time surface wind ever recorded on Earth. A couple of very poignant things impress me about Mount Washington. One is the majesty and power of nature. This is evident by the beauty all around me and by the extremes of the weather here. The second impression that hit me was the ability of man not to overcome the power of nature, but to use it to his benefit. Begun in 1869, the Mount Washington Cog Railway, with its 7 steam-driven locomotives, has been climbing the 3-mile-long trestle to the summit. It is the second steepest mountain climbing train in the world, and the only railroad on Earth whose entire run is built on a trestle. Just outside the Sherman Adams Summit building is the observation deck. On a clear day, the visitor can see up to 130 miles from here. But obviously not today, as a rather dense cloud cover has engulfed the mountain summit. Wind is not the only extreme on Mount Washington. Bitter cold, huge amounts of snow and ice, dense fog, and winter darkness add to both the misery and the beauty of the mountain. True, there are colder and snowier places on Earth, but Mount Washington, a small peak by global standards, actually has weather that can rival some of the most extreme places on Earth.